Howdy YouTube, my name's Ethanra, and welcome back to Kingdom Hearts Union Cross. So today we should have a couple of new things. I believe the Star Athlete Avatar board is gone, so I'm hoping that's replaced with something new. Ooh, and a bonus jewel challenge. Or at least, rather, I hope it is, but we'll see. Yep. Ah, there he is. Luxord. At least, I believe that's how you say his name. Number 10 in the organization. Ah. A challenge, is it? Very well. I accept your challenge, Luxord. I'm actually glad his is not what I thought it was, because I could have swore it would be time-related. But then again, this is only mission 1, so there's still time for me to be wrong. And I wasn't trying to be funny there. Now, let's see. Considering what the mission is, I'll go ahead and use this set. I guess this ultimately doesn't matter. Not right now. So, while I'm on the topic, sorry, I kind of fell asleep and woke back up. And it's like just a little past 2 in the morning. But anyway, I thought I should go ahead and explain my favorite organization members one more time. I believe the first time I told you it was Marluxia, Xemnas, Roxas, Axel, Roxas. I sometimes interchange them, and Demix. That was not exactly true. You see, the reason I put Demix in there is because I kind of view him as being... He's kind of weird. Like, I say he's an underdog, but he doesn't actually prove that in a mechanical sense. Like, Xemnas, I mean, not Xemnas, Demix doesn't really prove himself as far as the storyline is concerned. Like, they say he's a coward and he's not really a fighter. But in his, by the way, spoiler alert, if for some reason you're watching this and don't know anything about Kingdom Hearts 2, and you actually want to know, is that when Demix encounters Sora and company at Hollow Bastion, he drops his facade of being a coward. He actually gets like serious, and what he says to Sora actually, like, I don't want to say startles it, more like it confuses Sora, which is not hard, admittedly, but dang it, it would be something to slow me down. Alright, let me take care of this real quick, tell my story. This kind of sucks, because I actually plan to show you guys all this stuff later. Maybe I will. But let me just mark some random things. I don't really care too much for these, so no big deal for me. But don't you guys go back and cheat. No looking. Alright, that should buy me enough time. But yeah, as I was saying about Demix, he never really proved himself as far as the storyline was concerned, but back to the other thing I was saying. Yeah, here we go. See? Seconds. Alright, I'm going to have to concentrate a little bit for this. I mean, maybe not too hard. Their levels are still low, but the fact that it is timed now is concerning. Okay, left or right? I'm going to go this way. But, oh, jeez. Alright, fair enough. Yeah, guys, you're going to have to hold off on that story. I'm going to have to actually concentrate here. So I went left and then right, so don't do that. Oh, okay, that's even worse. I'm probably going to run out of time, but I just want to see what I can do to this. You know what? No, that's just a waste. I want to, but I'm not going to. I am a vengeful soul, so naturally when he attacks me, I want to attack him back, but I'll put that off. And I'm going to simultaneously try to remember my talk about Demix and do this. So you know you're in for a good time when I'm multitasking. But yeah, so I went left, don't go... Am I not supposed to go right at all? Wow. Okay. Anyway, sorry to say this again, but I have to go like further back to remember what I was saying. D-Mix never proved himself story-wise. When he ambushed Sora at... Oh, sorry, I said Hollow Bastion earlier. I forgot. The name was... its original name was Restored or whatever. It's Radiant Garden now. But yeah, when he ambushed them there on their way to fight the Thousand Heartless, I believe, he drops his facade of being a coward and actually shows how cold he can be by what he says and the way he says it. And when he summons his weapon, yeah, everybody mostly remembers him for the dance, water, dance, and the time limit. But in all honesty, even without that crap, I found him actually quite dangerous. Like, if you take him on without your second chance and once more, I'm not saying he's invincible, but you will probably notice you die a lot more than you're supposed to. And I didn't even see what the requirement was. Hopefully nothing ridiculous. But yeah, anyway, I said all that to say the reason why I put D-Mix into my last top 5 list is because I have a soft spot for him for being the pseudo underdog. Because again, he never really proved he was, but that's just how I felt he was because again, he actually could fight. Despite what Sora and the storyline and the wiki says, he actually could. The reason why Sora says he can't is because he, again, portrayed himself to be a coward. And because of, again, the dance, water, dance, without opening treasure chests. Do not touch those. I had training with the last thing involving treasure chests, so I'm going to have to call back on that to do it again. But yeah, again, to make this somewhat shorter, the long... Nah, don't you do it. Oh, man. Oh, wait a minute. That one was a... Okay, yeah, but I was like, this one was a pretender. Is this okay? Yeah, it's gotta be, because he doesn't count as a treasure chest. Awesome. But yeah, I put D-Mix in there because, again, he was not really an underdog, but kinda was. And that kinda reminds me of myself. But in all honesty, I actually do like Luxord more than him. I just didn't put him in that list because Luxord has a very interesting history, for one. And two is that he actually has one of my favorite abilities. Like, if I could have a power, it would be this, and that would be the ability of time manipulation. And I gotta say, Luxord probably has the most style out of all the Organization 13 members. Like, the way he has his clean cut, his Caesar cut, as a matter of fact, and the goatee. He also has my favorite Organization... Hold on. Yeah, I'm actually gonna have to read these. And I just got it. Like, I was wondering why it wasn't, like, some of these were timed. And I was wondering why some of them were 7-7. I'm like, wait a minute, that doesn't equal 10. I get it now. It's just so there'd be an excuse for there to be 3 7s. 777. 777. 777. You see? That's why. Okay, that's cute. I like that, Luxord. So I'm guessing by now, you guys get what's going on, right? Do you know the rules? I would hope so. So, 7 or more enemies. Got it. But yeah, Luxord has like my favorite cloak. The Organization members, like, it has slightly pointed shoulders. Oh man, I haven't seen one of those in a while. He has slightly pointed shoulders and extremely loose sleeves. And that's what I like about his outfit. Wait a minute. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Alright, I'm gonna have to come back and do this. Nope, better yet, let me just do it like this. Because that'll just waste more time. I didn't see where the enemy was, though. But then again, I am trying to multitask. I told you you guys weren't for a show. Alright, let me try this again. Or did I just completely and utterly fail math? Am I going crazy? There wasn't 4 of them earlier, was there? Or did I just not see it? Huh. Okay. I'm just going to assume I didn't see it. Somehow. Even though they're like glittering gold and there's no way they shouldn't have blended into the background. I'm just going to assume I missed it because I don't remember seeing 4 of them. Wait, 4, 5, 6. That's still not enough. Oh, man. That's another thing. Not only is my memory bad, I'm also bad at math. But the reason why I'm bad at math is because I have a bad memory. So I'm gonna have to try this again. You see why I asked you guys the question, do you know the rules? Because it says to do one thing and then it doesn't give me the opportunity. No, I'm not going forward just yet. I want to figure this out. Why does it say 7 enemies when there's clearly only 6, if that? Let me just wander all over here. What the frick, man? How unfair is that? Is that really part of the mission? Where it's like random what enemies show up? Because, you know, luck related. So, oh, you were lucky enough for them to show up the first time. Or, in my case, unlucky enough not to get them the first 2 times. That's it, isn't it? That's supposed to happen. Of course it is. Luck sword. And here I am trying to tell you why you're in my top 5 and you're going to do me like that. At any rate, another thing I like about his style is the earrings he has. Like, first, both ears, I believe, have... I don't want to call them studs. Rings, I guess. Whatever. I'm not a jewelry kind of guy. I just know it looks good. I don't even wear earrings, and I like the way Luxor's look. But his ears have those 4 tiny hoops in each. And then the organization... Well, more specifically, the Nobody emblem in both ears as well. His cards have an emblem on it. And again, back to how I like the power to control time. His clock also has, I'll deal with you later, Behemoth. His clock also has 13 numbers on it. Like, first it will go around the clock face with the normal 12. Excuse me. And the 13th clock, the 13th number will be, take less than a total. Okay. And the 13th number will be in the center of the clock. Now, interesting thing about Luxord is that he had a somewhat close relationship with Roxas. Obviously, not as close as I'm just making sure there's no other enemies here. Obviously, not as close as Axel and Gion. But probably, let's see, Axel would be. It's hard to say actually. Back when he knew Gion, if he liked her more than Axel, I would assume so. I don't really know. But for the sake of conversation, I'll say we'll put Axel and Gion together and just say that Luxord was his second favorite. And little interesting reason behind that, coincidentally, probably, is how Luxord's name is Luxord, and Lux is Latin for light, which could portray him as being more closely to light than Roxas. Or, not Roxas, the Organization 13 as a whole. Sorry, got distracted. How he's probably closer to the light as a whole, because another thing about Luxord, if you've never played 358 over 2 days, is that he didn't really care that much about the organization, like what exactly was going on. Like when they sent him out to do something, he would do it, but he wasn't one of the people like hell bent on getting their heart back. And yes, I'm aware of what I said, but I don't consider that cursing. Saying hell bent, I don't count that. The first part I would, but not hell-bent. Open all treasure chests. Okay. Man, Luxord's missions are like all over the place. This is my first time doing them, by the way. In case it wasn't immediately obvious. Open all treasure chests. Okay. This is gonna be fun. Shoot, what was I saying? Oh, right, I was saying how he was closer to the light, probably because of his name. And because he didn't really care about the organization. I mean, in his spare time, he'll be like, geez, he'll be playing cards with the other organization members. Like at one point, he was playing against Axel and beating him until Axel challenged him to another game, and Zigbar came in to be all mysterious, interrupting their play, and eventually they just got right back to it. So yeah, even Luxord and Axel apparently get along. Oh, yeah, and speaking of getting along, getting back to the whole Lux and Light and Roxas thing, Roxas's element just happens to be light. And again, Lux, Latin, light. So I thought that was pretty neat. And also, and this actually kind of makes it sad, is, again, spoiler alert, if for some reason you have not played Kingdom Hearts 2 yet, or have not seen it played, is that again, Luxord and Roxas actually talked quite a bit, or more specifically, Luxord is the one who talked the most between the two. Back when Roxas was still part of the Organization 13, and he would mostly just talk to him about the missions and how he viewed life as a game, his philosophies and all that stuff. And another interesting thing about Luxord is when he attacks Sora, he says, "I'd rather just skip the formalities," which is pretty funny because literally every other boss in the game, I guess, well, every other organization boss in the game, save for Roxas himself, would say some droning on kind of comment about Sora or Roxas or some other thing entirely. Even Luxord technically did it in a way in the first time they fought him. Well, they encountered him at Port Royal, but he did not do it again when they fought the second time, so I thought that was pretty neat. But anyway, back to the sad part. I was saying how Luxord and Roxas got along fairly well in the organization, and I would say out of all of them, Luxord probably complete without being affected with a status ailment. That might not be possible depending on if they surprise attack me and I like get poisoned automatically, because I have no ailment resistances, so this one could be a problem. But they got along fine, and that just makes it even sadder when you think of it with that in mind. Oh, jeez. This is not good. Hold on. It just says complete without status ailment. Ah, crap. I was going to say, it didn't say I have to defeat everything, but it doesn't look like I have a choice. Thankfully, though, even though they do that, they don't always... These guys, right here, the possessors, they don't always affect you with a status ailment. But I can tell it's just going to get worse from here, isn't it? See, this is what I'm talking about. I get it now. I get it. This is all luck-based. Like, the stupid golden truffles or whatever those things were called, those showing up, and randomness was luck-based. Me being attacked first by enemies that could status affect me is luck-based. Alright, well, thank goodness I made it through unscathed. Well, ailment-wise anyway. And I'm sorry I keep getting distracted. But yeah, keep in mind, again, for the last time, I promise I'll finish it. Luxord and Roxas got along fine in the organization. They were legit friendly to one another. So, when Kingdom Hearts 2 comes around, and he challenges Sora, he loses, and Sora essentially cuts him in half. And the last words he says is, "How could you, Roxas?" That's what makes it sad for me, because, again, they got along fine. So, thinking of that from Luxord's point of view makes it kind of sad that he would say that and mean it. But yeah, I actually do like Luxord just a wee bit above D-Bix. The only reason I didn't put him in my top 5 is because I'm wishy-washy with it for the most part, but also because, again, I thought of more of D-Mix being an underdog versus literally everything else that's better about Luxord. So that's why I did that. But in all honesty, on any other given day, I would probably put Luxord above D-Mix. Alright, so now all that's been said and done. Okay, what's the objective? Because I did not read it. And it is time-based. Okay. Well, last time I went right and I got freaking murdered. I knew that was going to happen. You know, I'm not even going to sit through this because that's just going to waste more YouTube time. But yeah, I knew that was going to happen. I was like, let me go this new direction. And sure enough, it would be dark side. Alright, try it again. Oh, by the way, Eternia, I cannot wait to see how you do when you go through this. Because, I can almost guarantee, you know what? In the spirit of Luxord, I bet that my luck is worse than yours. Like, we already know that for a fact. But I'm talking about playing this, his event. I bet you my luck is worse than yours. Like, I got obliterated about 2 or 3 times by Darkseid. Okay, now here it is. Do I go left again? That proved it safe? Or did they change it up and make it go right? I guess ultimately it doesn't matter, so let's find out. Alright. Okay. Yeah, this is going to take a while. But yeah, Eternia, I bet you any amount of money that my luck is worse than yours. This is going to take me about 1,001 tries. It took me 3 tries just to get the golden truffles, or whatever those things are called. You know what those things are. To show up properly. So I imagine I'm going to have a far worse time than you do. And I really hate this because A, timed, B, memory. Okay, so went left. Let me go down. Dang it. I'm also not going to talk here because I need to concentrate and I really don't have anything interesting to say. So just bear with me while I meander my way through this. Oh, thank God. I'm glad that didn't take too long. I did it. I don't know how many tries that took me, but okay, I'm just glad it didn't take that long. Oh, man. Okay, so we can move on. That is so freaking funny that the women can get his style with the goatee. That's going to look so weird. I mean, not that I care. I mean, women can be hairy too. Get out of here, Behemoth. If I knew his time limit was so low, I would have challenged him. I just didn't. Gold Tricholoma, whatever that means. Defeat 77 or more enemies. Oh, great. Now I have to keep track of how many I defeat. Well, provided only one of them does not show up and some kind of odd twist of luck, then I think I can do it. Alright, let's see. Alright, 4. And I already told you I'm bad with math, so you know I'm just going to attack everything I see. I'm not even going to bother trying to keep track. I'm just going to kill them all. Thank goodness for that Kyrie medal. I can't wait. Oh, I might as well go and say this. I'm also saving up. The reason I'm saving up so many jewels is because of the Kyrie EX banner that we're going to get sooner or later. And I want to get as many pulls as I can because I can almost certainly guarantee I am not going to be able to A, I'm not going to be able to fully guilt her, and B, is that I'm not going to be able to fill out her skill slots. Like, I think in the Japanese version, she has 3. I don't know if that will be carried over or not. I would imagine it should, at least. But I imagine very much I won't be able to fill that out. But at the very least, I want to get her, and at the very least, I want to get her completely orbed. But being able to... I'll be able to rest in peace if I'm able to at least fully guilt her. And get extra attack power on her. Like, that would just make my freaking day if I could do both of those. At the bare minimum is get 2 and, you know, infuse one to the other and get extra attack power. That'd make me really happy if I can manage to do that. Because, I believe I already told you before, I cannot get VIP anymore. So that's why I'm saving up my jewels so religiously and why I'm trying to spend as few as possible. I remember in Kingdom Hearts 1, the white truffles and I think the other one called the black fungus were like 2 of the most adorable enemies to me in that game. Like, the black fungus was, I'd say, probably just a wee bit more adorable than the white mushroom, because the black fungus has this attack, not the poison one. It has this melee attack that just looks so funny to me. What it does is it like leans forward and then just waves its arms around. It just looks so funny. And I think the other thing it does, interesting enough, is that it'll like flex when it turns invincible. So it's just really a really funny Heartless. I mean, it's deadly. It still technically has the potential to kill you, but for the most part, I just think they're funny just to watch them do what they do. And then there's the rare truffle. I don't think I've ever been able to like fight one of those things properly. But then again, when you compare the mobility and options you have in Kingdom Hearts 1 compared to Kingdom Hearts 2, it's really not that hard to see why. All right, let's hope that was all 77, or at least, you know, more than that. Because I would hate to do all that again. Excellent. I gotta say, though, I do like how varied Luxor's challenges. Some of them I think are a little annoying, but they are varied. Another thing it better not. Oh, dark side. He's only level 1. I won't do it. I was about to for the behemoth, but because I missed out on that. But nah, I'll let it go. Inflict 77. Wow, that's a high number. Or more damage with one hit. I will try. I should be able to do it, but I'll try. But yeah, one more thing I forgot to mention I like about Luxord is that he has quite the vocabulary. Like when he describes the Grim Reaper, he calls it something like a variable maelstrom of avarice, essentially calling it, or essentially saying that it has endless greed. So he has quite a way with words. Okay, good. I was hoping that wouldn't kill him. This should be enough, though. Yeah, just enough. Yeah, I know, Skull. I'm happy about that, too. That could have gone much worse. Oh, yeah, but back to the Kyrie EX banner that we'll eventually get. I highly encourage all of you to save up for it. I kind of remember what she does, but if you want a more in-depth explanation of what exactly she does, go look up Eternia of Light's YouTube channel. She explains it in great detail about what it can do. She also gets some interesting pulls from the banner. Open all treasure chests. Alright, got it. But yeah, if you are saving up jewels, or you're just saving up jewels in general, save them for the Kyrie EX banner. It will be totally worth it if you just get her once, let alone if you're able to get her. Okay, get her more than once, and at least get extra attack power on her. That's definitely what I'm aiming for, even though I have little options, or I say options, I meant choices, in what exactly I get. Because I know what I want, but that doesn't mean the game's going to give it to me. But I have lucked out before, where I wanted a certain thing on a medal, and I end up getting it. Like, I don't think that's true, actually. Never mind. I was going to give an example, but my memory's kind of bad. I don't think what I'm about to say is true, so don't worry about it. All we need to worry about is getting through these. I hope that was all the chests and there wasn't one in like a corner. Okay, cool. Alright, here we go. The last mission, I believe. Yeah, it is. Oh, geez. Let me guess. This is another warp room, isn't it? Alright, you guys ready to waste some time? I'm not even trying to make time puns here, because A, they're not very good, and B, it is Luxord, so you'd probably think that I am. I knew that was going to happen. But, no. That's not why. I'm going to have to be sure to message Eternia not to watch my videos before she does this, otherwise she'll know exactly where to and to not go. Oh, and that reminds me. Eternia also, if there's any chance, get my words mixed up. If there's any, you know what? Let me just concentrate here. Yep, saw that coming. I guess I'll talk while I'm doing this at least. But yeah, Eternia will, if you can count on her to make a video, it'll be during either really good banners, but definitely during the events. The only time she doesn't is if her recording gets destroyed, like if her computer just explodes or something. That's the only time it won't happen. But outside of that, you can count on her to make videos. So on that note, all the more reason you should go and look up her channel, aside from it being straight up better, is that, okay. I knew it. Should have went with my instinct. Anyway, aside from her videos channel being straight up better, she also explains things better. She is stronger than I am, so she'll get through a lot of this crap faster. And I said all that to say she almost certainly will be having a video up later today. Jeez. Okay, But yeah, I pretty much said what I wanted to say, so now I just gotta really concentrate to remember the directions I go. Oh, see, I already forgot which direction I went. Okay, last time I went to the bottom. I wanted to go up. Let's see if that's right. Of course it was. Oh, and there's more. It says to go that way. Is that true? Is that like the secret to doing this and I just haven't noticed? I'm wasting time. Oh my goodness. It is, isn't it? I cannot believe it. See, actually, yes, I can because it's me. Of course, I failed to notice that it actually points you in the direction you're supposed to go. And I figure it out on the last time it happens. That's just like me, isn't it? To be honest, I kind of noticed it earlier in the last time they had me do this, but I wasn't 100% certain. But when it happened earlier this run, and then it happened again, I was like, wait a minute, is it actually pointing me towards the boss? And sure enough, it was. I'm half surprised by that. Alright then, number 10. Well, I'm glad that got over with. I figured that out so late because, well, I mean, if you guys watch my video or Eternia's or both before you run it, you'll definitely have an easier time. And I'm pretty sure Eternia's going to figure that out way before I do. Way before I did. And on that note, let me go ahead and infuse these metals. Something, don't look. Something Eternia taught me how to do was how to infuse these metals properly. Yeah, 50% chance. Excuse me, being a critical hit rate. That makes sense. His damage potential is pretty high. The 3.70, or at least I think it is. I don't know. I'm not the expert here. Don't look. I will show you all the metals I have later, but not right now. But yeah, so what you want to do, I believe, is like put in one, infuse it. Sleep resistance, okay. Then put another one in. I hope I'm doing this right, Eternia. I hope I'm going to do you proud. I will take that over sleep. And one more. Extra attack power. That's probably bad, but I'll take it. Alright, so that's one. And where is the rest? Right there. Alright, so infuse. If you get all of them, then do that. Don't look. Then just repeat the process here. It won't be quite the same, but it should still... Okay, I think that's what I actually want. I think strength is what I'm supposed to put on it. I'm actually going to read the skill just to be sure. Because the thing about... You know what? Sure, why not? I'll